Hi, everybody. I'm with the beautiful Carol Duncan, who's so graciously offered to share her story through the ketogenic switch. And Carol, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, we're going to just get straight into it. What's your history around dieting? What have you tried in the past?
From about the age of 17, I've done Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Sure Slim. I've tried paleo, fasting. And when I do it, easy to lose the weight. It's the keeping it off that's the problem.
Yeah. So why do you think they didn't work long term for you?
Because once you lose the weight, you think you're never going to put it back on again, so you don't do any work, and the support is possibly still not there.
Yeah.
You don't possibly look for enough support either.
Yeah. So
whereas with this, you don't really have an option. It's there. It's in your face for when you need it and when you don't. When you don't, you're free to come and go.
Yeah. So what's your journey been like with TKS, and how much weight have you lost? What's your story?
Okay. Joined April last year, lost just over 25 kilos straight down. And that was in October. Actually it went under goal a wee bit, which was pretty good, and stayed there all over Christmas. I've probably had my first real struggle just in the last month or two, just with things changing in my world, and have learnt that yes, I'm definitely a stress eater.
Yes.
Comfort eater. Yeah. So the mind switch, which is an integral part of this program, which I haven't done all of it at the beginning, I've just worked through it as I've needed it. I'm probably really needing it now. And so it's great to know it's there. And it's just great knowing that TKS is there. And so if you're having a rough time, you just know when you're ready, you can just get straight back on. And in a fortnight, you just start to feel good again, and life's just great.
So how does that vary from other diets then?
I don't think you get the same feel good from the other diets, and you're always learning something. The knowledge that you gain just through all the other women from around the world, I mean, that's pretty amazing. And everybody's got the same story in some way or another. So you go and you might not comment, but you can go in and you have a read and you think, oh yes, I remember that, or I can do that, or I don't know. It's just different. There's just something about this that makes you feel comforted for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Not many other programs can do that. And I get really passionate about recipe books now.
So have you experienced any other benefits apart from the weight loss?
Yes. Clear-minded. Need that for my job too, so that's been a real help. I'm not always a good one at getting into bed early, so when you're eating well and looking after yourself, you can cope with all that a lot better. But then with TKS, you learn that you actually need more rest. And so I was always constantly fighting with, I really need to be in bed, but I've still got to do this, that, or the next thing. No aches and pains. I would sit down at work because I sit in a chair, office worker, and I would be up and down quite a bit. But if I sat for like half an hour without moving, it would take me to get right across the room before I was upright and comfortable. So I lost all that. The menopausal symptoms that were just starting to kick in, they disappeared. And then some of them started coming back when I introduced dairy. So I learned for me that dairy played a little bit of a part with menopausal symptoms and the hot flushes. What else? Arthritis in the thumbs. While it will never go away, much reduced. Just nothing was difficult anymore. Life was easy. You can just cope with life better when you are eating properly, getting rid of all that crap out of your system.
So how's the response from your environment, from your family and friends? What's the feedback been?
Family have watched me lose weight and put it on. I mean, over the years, I've lost hundreds of kilos and I've put hundreds back on again. So they've watched me go up and down, up and down. A little bit of, some don't understand perhaps how it works. Some don't say much. It's the people that don't see me very often that go, oh my God, you're looking so good, and all that sort of stuff. Family overall are very pleased and supportive, but just don't quite get it. And you know, you'll get the, oh, don't you think you've lost enough weight now? Or are you going to eat like, are you going to have to eat like that for the rest of your life? You know, and that sort of thing. And but generally, it's been great. Yeah, very good.
How do you feel? How's this going to be different for you than any other diet that you've done? Because you've said that you've lost the weight plenty of times, but you gain it back. Do you feel that this is going to be any different? What's your belief around it?
Well, the difference this time is having been like strictly keto for, maybe a year, 12 months, because I've been struggling lately just with what's going on. But it's like you're part of a system that it's like it's in you, and you just know that, it doesn't matter if I'm having a rough time. I've got TKS. I'm going to be okay. It's like a comfort thing, you know that when your head's in the right space again, and yes, you're going to have to do a bit of work to get it there, you can just go back into that TKS life and feel good, and any weight that has come back, it'll go again. But you think differently about it. You don't, it's like a temporary thing. Like, so instead of weight loss being temporary, it's now weight gain is temporary. It's sort of, for me, it's flipped. So I'm not going to beat myself up when I'm having a rough time, because I know that I've got the answer, thanks to you. And it's like a comfort thing. And, when you read the new people that are joining and they're a bit nervous or they're overwhelmed or anything like that, you just want to give them a big hug and say, it's okay, you will be fine, and you will just love it. But, it's like anything, you've got to give it a chance. I was lucky. I had no problems. I just went and did all the prep. You do have to be organised, and that is the secret of it. Just have big cook-ups every now and then, and make sure you've got your go-to stuff in the freezer, and so that if you're running late, you can just pull it out and you don't have to resort to making the wrong choices. It's still discipline, but it's different discipline. It's discipline with pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so were you skeptical when you came into the program?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't skeptical at all, because I had dabbled with paleo and saw the benefits of eating clean, and I dabbled with 5+2 fasting and saw the benefits of how you felt with that. This was an easy decision because it had the icing on the cake with the menopause, and I was just starting to get the hot sweats and things like that. And so it was a no-brainer. It was like, oh, yay, this is good. So I had no qualms whatsoever, because when you are dabbling in other things and starting to eat clean anyway, you already know that it's going to be good for you. But the icing on the cake with TKS is that you are allowed dairy. And I like a bit of dairy, even if it does, even if I now know, it does have an effect, but not enough to make me not have it. So no, it was a no-brainer for me personally.
Oh, that's good. So how has it changed your life? Has it changed your life in other ways? Like, how are you feeling within yourself at the moment?
Well, I'm not somebody that, it really was just all about weight loss, really. I'm not somebody looking for a change in direction in life and things like that. And I've learned a lot, and I've been up to the seminar in Auckland, and while it was good and I did make a few discoveries that you managed to unearth, which was really handy, I just like to be happy in my world. My world revolves around work and my family, so I'm not looking for any great changes. So just being able to be in charge of my weight, because it's been an issue since I was 3, that's enough for me. But I really quite enjoy the science behind it, so I quite like reading about that and learning about that sort of stuff. It's just there's so much that you read, it's really hard to remember it all. And there's people in my life that, you know, depression, anxiety sufferers, my partner on statins, we've got him off it, but he's having other health, you know, issues. And I just know eating this way could just help those things, but it's just transferring it over. It's, I don't know, you just feel like you want to scream out, just try this, just try it, you know.
Yeah. What would
you don't have to go in to lose weight, just try it for other.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody that may be sitting on the fence going, I don't know whether this is for me, or I've tried everything and I don't want to be disappointed again? If somebody was kind of sitting on the fence and not knowing whether they should do it or not, what would your message be for them?
My message would be just try it, because you're not going to lose anything by it. But I think also you have to realise that when you have been a serial dieter, there comes a point in your life that you realise, I have to change my lifestyle. Get out of your old thing and realise, I have to change the lifestyle. Take out the word diet, put in the lifestyle, and just try it. Because even if you don't lose the weight, or even if you're struggling, you're still going to feel better. You're still going to be eating better. So ultimately you should get something out of it. But yeah, it's a hard one. I've had people that I've talked about and they go, I really should try that. I don't like to get in their face about it. And I just say, just give it a try. You know, you're going to get something out of it just from eating clean.
And I do teach that in the group in my Facebook lives. You know, I know that it's when we realize how incredible the health benefits are and all these unexpected side effects and how wonderful the community is. You know, we want to go out and we want to scream it from the rooftops and, you know, share the message. But I am a big believer that when the time is right, people will find the right path for them. So,
just one of those calls from Australia that want to sell you something. Sorry.
It's probably another weight loss company.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry about that.
No, it's fine. You know, the point is that I know so many members are just so excited about the results that they've had, and that they can see all the results that are posted daily from other members. And I know we really want to share it. And I think, you know, when the time's right, people will find us. So so thank you so much for sharing your story, Carol, and thank you so much for being a really important part of TKS as well. You know, you are an active supportive member in the group, and we're really grateful for that as well, and your contribution that you give to others.
The one regret that I have, which I just got to say it to you because I don't get the chance to talk to you very often, is I would have liked to have been a much more active member in TKS, but I just can't find the time to do that. You know, I'd like to actually be in with it all the time, because
you've got a life.
I know, but more so, you know, like I just think, you know, that would be really neat to be able to be in there and be part of the bigger picture. I just, where I am in my life with my, you know, family and my mother and everything like that, I just don't have that time. And that's the one thing that I am sorry about, that I just can't, even to be able to help the people master this, you know, getting their head around the computer and mastering that would be awesome, instead of doing it all by chance. But that is the one regret.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. That's not a regret.
No, I'm not worrying about it. I just wanted to say it because
no, but I mean, actually, just doing this video with me and giving up some time to do that is going to help, you know. So
it's pretty cool, and it's like finally having TKS in your life. It's like there's peace of mind, You know, it's okay. I've got TKS, and when I'm just starting another 8 weeks, because my goal is to still be at goal 12 months after I got to goal and a wee bit under. So I'm just ready to get back full keto again, and just keep myself in check before it does get a wee bit out of hand, just while I'm adjusting to all the changes. So, and it's good. It's almost a relief to be able to start doing that. You know, you still got to organise it, but it's just knowing, in 2 weeks I will have got back right into the swing of it again, and just, plus I have joined the gym. I'm not a gym junkie at all. All I'm going for is to just tone up. You know, you've lost all that weight. Let's just get a wee bit of tone going down.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm not a gym junkie. I'm not there to. It's just, you pay for it, I'll use it.
Yeah.
Just firm up a wee bit, you know.
Yeah.
You're in your 50s, you've got to do a little bit of something.
Well, it's, it is important for longevity, is to, to increase our muscle mass as we age. It's absolutely diet and exercise at that stage of life is just absolutely critical. It's one of the key, muscle mass is one of the key biomarkers of how old our body is. So that is something we have fully in our control to be able to reverse.
Yeah, well,
we have some options, even though the biological clock, all that stuff keeps.
Yeah. But I mean, I must say, like, when you do eat clean, you don't, you don't feel like, I don't feel like I'm in my 50s. I feel like I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that I've lost all that, oh God, I'm getting old sort of. But it's pretty special for us as well, because even though you're very much there, and you're online and you're all that sort of stuff, but for a lot of people that do a diet plan, it's just a name, but you're just a wee bit more human. You're actually in there and in people's faces, and it's just really awesome, because we actually do get to interact with you, and I think that makes a difference as well. It's not just a name in a book. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I hope I never become just a name in a book. That would defeat the whole purpose of building community.
Yes, that's right.
And the principles of why I created the group and support family is, it's not just about diet. We're complex. No, it's not. Complex human beings, and we do long for a sense of community and connection, and to feel understood, and to feel compassion for others and empathy for others, and that we know that other people have got our backs when we need them as well. So that was the intention in creating the program the way that it is. So it's not just another diet, No. Yeah. Well, thank you. I better run off. And I'm so grateful for you to give up some time tonight to be with us.
I think it's the least I could do. It was nice to be asked, actually.
Yeah.